Our following speaker is a seasoned cybersecurity expert with a passion for building strong teams and developing leaders in the field with 18 years of experience. He'll be speaking about unhackable unity, the power of people in cybersecurity. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hamad Katheri, the Chief Cybersecurity Officer at the Ministry of Tourism.
يعطيك العافية. السلام عليكم. أول شيء صبحكم الله بالخير. So my subject is quite different today. It's close to my heart. So bear with me. It's not technology. It's not something that is new in the market, but something that is really dear to us, very close. And we need to make sure that everyone put his hands on it. So what is the unity? So right now, as the digital transformation comes in and everything is expanding, somehow we forget our teams, but we rely on our tools. So everyone knows that the cybersecurity is growing, expanding, diversing. It's actually going crazy. And we forget that behind every tool, every technology we bring to our organization, there is a team behind it. It wouldn't work on its own. And every protocol that we put to protect, there is a human touch. There is a collaboration. So our challenge today is not bringing more technologies or bringing more tools or bringing more security measurements. It's building our human firewall. So what is the importance of that unity that I'm talking about today? So if we can say in the presentation here, it's like the unity in our dangerous times. We're saying we're facing threats that is nearly new to the market. Even if someone is very familiar to those threats, someone else is not. So, and I will give you some examples, to be honest, through my experience, that the unity, the team collaboration did make a difference. So, in the shared vision, when we sit together, every one of the team has a unique, let's say, perspective, an idea, and that when that comes out, it would identify something that was like outside the box. And some people have this ability that he would think outside the box without even breaking a sweat. This is his nature. He would think out of the box all the time. So why don't you use that thinking module and put it with other modules? Something new would come out. So another thing that we need actually to put is the trust between those members. I would say and collaborate and put my efforts to the team that I do trust, that they have their trust in me as well. When I need them, I would find them. So building that trust in the team is very essential. This is very important, to be honest. We always try to find for the skill set. If I have a penetration tester, I would look for someone who has the highest certificate in penetration testing. If I need someone who is doing network security, I would try to find someone with a CCNA, CCIE security, or some other certificates that is top on the market. But we don't really notice that if you bring someone with the missing skill set that you really need, you would bring a problem to the team. So hiring goes beyond the skill set. We are hiring for attitude. We are hiring for the spirit. We are hiring for the teamwork. And believe me when I say that, the skill set can be taught, but the attitude cannot be. And this is where the last message says, the hiring philosophy, choose for character, train for skills. So another thing that I really love is to have the support for a team. And the support for the team would make them feel the importance, would make them feel that they are part of the team. But you can't have that feeling if you have a closed door. You need to have an open dialogue. You need to discuss with them, what do you think of what we have done today? Open the discussions, gather the teams together. Tell me what you think. We are a family, and this is what I'm trying to do in the ministry. We are a family. I am considering every member in the team a team family, a brother or a sister. And building that would not actually come like a magic wand. It would take time. It would take effort. Something else that we somehow forget about, every one of the team is unique in something. Make sure to identify that and make everyone else knows that this guy is amazing at doing X or Y or W. Because when you identify that strong points, he would be proud of it. And you would start building up his trust in himself, his spirit in the team. And he can speak freely once he knows that everyone knows I'm good at that. If I speak regarding that topic, no one would question my experience. And make sure, the last point is very important. And whenever I talk about it, the team member that I'm speaking with, honestly, he would be shocked. It's like, I would ask him, what is your hobby? What do you do at home? How do you spend your time outside the office? Sometimes they don't answer. They say, I have no idea. I go home, watch TV until the time of sleep and come tomorrow. So they are missing something that is very important, that to balance their work and their private life. They need to do that, because if you spend too much time at work, you are missing a very good part in your life. Your life. Forget about work. Work, we're doing everything that we can. But your life is very important. Your family is very important. And I'm not sure, I can't see because of the lights, but I'm telling everyone here, if you are above 30, you need to find a hobby. It would distract your mind. It would reduce the stress. It would keep you going on forever. And even if you retire, you would find something else to play with. So another thing here is for the training. As the threats getting evolved, as the cybersecurity getting more complex and complex, we need to train, that's for sure. We need to train our people, and this is, I'm sure everyone is doing this. Getting courses, sending them to SANS, getting them certificates. This is one of the things that everyone is doing. But are you promoting sharing knowledge? This is actually something that I learned back when I was in the National Information Center in IC. It was mandated by HR. If someone gets a course, he would teach others, 2 or 3. Not a formal session, but at least you need to transfer your knowledge to others. At the beginning, it would be awkward, it would be strange. Why are you telling me to teach others? I just took the course. I'm not telling you to teach others. I want you to tell them what was the benefit. What did you get out? A 30 minutes talk for the 5 days course would be enough to share your knowledge. Something that you may say would trigger an idea in someone else's mind. And this is very important. And this is something that is really nice. And even if you did not take a course, something that you are familiar with, talk about it. Once a week, once a month, have a session sharing knowledge. One of the team would be highlighted, talk about something that you like. Now, I would tell you a small story, and in our culture, no one actually says that I did a mistake before, so it's wrong. We learn from our mistakes. I did a lot of mistakes, and I can't count. But I do remember that I did have leaders that really cared about me growing up, reaching to a position where I know that doing that thing in that manner would result in a mistake. So, what did they do? Nothing. Because they know that I know that it was a mistake. So, lesson learned. So, we learn and grow from our errors, our mistakes. In an environment where a mistake is blamed or finger pointed, people would be scared. People would be scared to act. We would be scared to work. Even if he knows how to do it, but he would be scared to act, I might do a mistake. No, do a mistake. Go ahead. But don't do it in production. The point here is our mistakes evolve us. So we grow, we get more experience from our mistakes. Now, leadership, and I might actually speak for myself. I always thought about leadership on the C-level. That's the leadership. Until I had my little girl. She's 4 or 5 now. I hope she's not listening. She's 5 now. So I know that she has a leader in her, a very strong one. So what should I do to my team? From this small person who just graduated to the senior that I expect him to take my place when I leave, everyone has a leader in him. I need to nurture that. I need to push him to get that leader out. Get him responsibility. Let him act. Let him take decisions. And this is actually a story before. One of our, a CEO that I worked with brought an idea that I really liked. It was outside of the box. It didn't actually last long. I don't know why, but it was amazing. He chose one day each month. He would pick up a team member in the company and he would assign him as a CEO. Bring him to the office, put him in his chair, get him into work. He would be there with him, but he would see how that person reacts. He would see his decision-making skills. He would see his thinking capabilities, his critical thinking capabilities. He would see that this guy has something identified. The HR would be available, the CEO would be available, and that guy would be taught that this is not a test. We just want you to feel it. So he would be relaxed. If I tell him this is a test, he would be nervous. He wouldn't do anything. That idea kept me thinking, if I can have every team member have a responsibility in the division, whatever the responsibility is, that leadership would be growing. Not suddenly, but growing. So initiatives, decision-making, responsibility, those things would give them the feeling that you need to grow up. One thing that I always tell my leaders, I am not preparing followers. I am preparing leaders. Now, at this moment, if Hamad didn't show up to work for any reason, for God prohibits, Allah yakfina, any reason, 2 or 3 members are very ready to take my place without breaking a sweat. Why? Because they've been taught to be a leader. They've been taught to take the responsibilities, to do the work. But why? It's not that I'm leaving, no. But for one reason, 2 weeks ago, one of the directors just left for a CISO position. I was so happy for him. Sad that he's leaving, yes, but I was so happy that he is getting his chance because he was so good. But he was given the chance to get that leadership out. He was speaking up, getting him with me into meetings, and he was speaking up. I wouldn't interrupt him. Let him talk. Let him say what is in his mind, and that make a difference. No, this topic is really actually close to my heart. So I'm speaking actually to you guys, not from the presentation, but now getting the team to speak up, you have to have some channels, open discussions, anonymous channels. You have to have channels for the team to come. For me, actually, I do have an open office by design, so that's actually just solved it for me. Anyone can come and talk. Either he would say something, tell me a new thing that happened, or just tell me an idea. Open for criticism. The idea here, we are not really actually very good with criticism. We don't really get it very well. Get it. Hear it out. Just hear it out. And don't reply, get it out. Let him feel that he is delivering something. And when you get something that is really good, act. Because that would make the whole team know that you care and you do act. Okay, I think I'm losing time, but the thing here that is very important, that we need to make sure that the quality is being checked and not the decision-making story would actually be overutilized. Quality check for everything that is going forward. This is very important. I didn't want to miss this one. We say in the cybersecurity field, it's not if, it's when. When you get attacked, when you get compromised, you will be compromised in any level. You will be. Now, your part, your very important part is to prepare the team emotionally. When we are compromised, don't get scared. This is our manual, this is our playbook for incident response. This is how we escalate. And do, let's say, we call it top tabletop exercises, TXS, and do it. Let the people share the experience. So whenever a compromise happens, everyone is already relaxed. And when you come back, celebrate. Let the emotion flow. So this is very important. The assets, our assets, the most important assets in our organization for the cybersecurity is not the tools, it's not the budget that we got from the finance. We're happy that we got a really good budget. It's the team. It's the good team that you are building up. You are spending most of your time with the team. So in conclusion, and I need to break this up. Yes, as we look ahead, we need to look beside us. We need to look at our teams. So in unity, we find our strength. In our teams, we find our future. And if you have any question, any idea, any suggestion, feel free to join me in Twitter, in LinkedIn. It's not showing, okay. Anyway, my name is in the presentation. So feel free to, I am outside as well. If anyone has an idea, I would love to hear it. And thank you very much.